start the question and answer round, and this is our last round. How this is going to work is we're going to announce the participant's name. They're going to do their ramp walk. They're going to show off their beautiful dress, and then they'll stand center stage for the judges to ask their question. They'll be given 2 minutes, and then they'll walk off stage and call on the next participant. You all ready?
Yeah.
No?
The judges have the hot box, which the mysterious question will be asked from. And yeah, and they're getting the mic right now. Have fun.
First up, we have Ashley Bone as Miss France.
All right, well, hey Ashley, beautiful dress.
Thank you.
Okay, so now I get to ask you a question. Ashley, in 2 minutes, could you please solve all of the world's problems? Wait, I've got this upside down. Oh, here's the question. Ashley, what is one thing you would like to showcase about your country to someone who is visiting for the first time, and why?
Thank you very much for the question. Okay, so I actually got the opportunity to travel to France summer right after my junior year of high school. And one of the most amazing things about it was just the history, because I got to see all these historical landmarks and just walk where like my ancestors had stood like hundreds of years ago. And it was really amazing. You know, I got to learn so much about the history of France. When I was going through the Louvre, I found out that it was a palace and that, you know, kings, queens, nobles got to like walk right where I was standing. I felt like I almost entered in a new world, like a part of history almost. It was really neat to really get into touch with the historical factor of France and everything that is entailed with it. I really enjoyed learning so much. I even found out things that France had done in the past internationally. I got to visit Le Château de Chenonceau, which is in the Loire Valley in France. It's an amazing castle built by Catherine de' Medici. She was an Italian noblesse, and she had really loved France, and she had a large effect in the French Renaissance. From the Italian Renaissance, she kind of like brought it over and helped poets and lyricists and playwrights and all sorts of people who really brought this creativity to France. And it's just amazing how much I got to learn and all the influence that France had received and also had given in history. And it was just really neat to just walk in the footsteps of my ancestors and, you know, just reconnect with my culture. And I just felt that it was an amazing experience, and that would be what I would share with anyone who I have the wonderful opportunity to take to my homeland country, honestly. Thank you so much for the question.
All right, coming up next, Miss India, Adriana Matai.
Okay, so the question is, what's one of the biggest struggles in your country, and how would you fix it?
Thank you for the question. I feel the biggest struggle in my country would be poverty. There are many people who usually just sleep like on the street side or like at the train stations, which is unhealthy and dangerous because they could get like attacked in the middle of the night or like robbed without getting like even knowing it. I wish there was more homeless shelters formed in India where the people could actually go and rest, and people would be more welcoming and open to allow people to stay at their places. But yeah, thank you.
Okay, coming up, we have Miss Eritrea, Levam Gabromedin.
So our question is, who is one influential person in the world who you idolize and why?
One influential person that I idolize is Oprah Winfrey, and I'm pretty sure she has a lot of people that look up to her. But my reason is, I don't know if a lot of you know this, but she was raped when she was young, and she did not let that bad situation that happened in her life put her back, or just let it define her life or her meaning or the position that she lives in. So she is my idol because she did not give up trying to improve her life. She actually got through it. She defined her own life, not by the things that happened to her, but by the things that she did to improve her life, and by the things that she worked a lot to actually define what her life means, or like the meaning, the purpose of her life in this big world. So that's what I look up to.
For our next contestant, please help me welcome Lilith Wynn.
Hey Lilith, what is one misconception or stereotype that people have of your country, and what steps would you take in order to fight it?
Hi, thank you for the question. One misconception that people usually have about Vietnamese is that we are loud, rude, and very untimely. And stereotypes do have their roots. We sometimes can be loud, untimely, and rude just in general. And one thing I can do to help improve it is to improve myself and to help when I'm with my friends, try to tell ourselves to be better, to not be so loud, not be so rude, and to always be on time. That is it for this question. Thank you.
Next up, we have Miss South Africa, Letitia Govinden.
Name 2 areas that we as a global population have progressed in extensively, and how have we developed in those areas?
Thank you for the question. I think we have developed in the sense of freedom of speech. I think everybody has now not that barrier, and they can be truly express themselves and what they deem important and that needs to be changed in society and in the world in general. I feel also the freedom of association. I feel in South Africa there's not much opportunities to come abroad, and so I feel like coming here I be able to associate with everybody on a global platform as an international student. And so I feel that's how we have grown as well as a nation, and yeah, I think so.
Coming up next is Mr. Vietnam, Kyle Hoon. Thank you.
All right, so the question is, if there were no rules in your life for one day, and you could be outrageous, what would you do?
Thank you, Greg, for asking the questions. Actually, like, I've been living my 22 years with like all the rules of my life because like I can say that I'm really busy with my schedule, so I'm like working every day, every second. So if there's work day, like there's no rule for it. I'm gonna make everything to make all of my friends, all of my family happy with everything I can do for it. So there's no limitation for that. So, you know, for whatever I can do, I would try my best to make my parents happy, my friends, and like for all of that, you know, because the goals of my life, like just like to make every single one surrounding me happy. Thank you for.
Next up, we have Miss USA, Lily Claus.
Oh, hey Lily, okay, here we go. If you had 3 wishes you could use for the entire world, what would they be and why?
Thank you for the question. Okay, that is a hard question because there's lots of things. There's the cliche answer, which is like world peace, world hunger, and like accessible healthcare. But I like the accessible healthcare, so I'm going to keep that one. I think in a larger sense, I would want people to, I wish people had more of an open mind and they're willing to, you know, step out of their comfort zone and experience different things and understand people. Because I think that's a major source of miscommunication and misunderstanding with people is that, you know, they're kind of stuck in their own little bubble. And there's a lot of ways to experience the world, so they need to kind of go out there. I want to keep accessible healthcare, that's very important. And actually off of that is making sure that people have the opportunities available to them, kind of going back to not everyone has equal access. So just encouraging policies across the world that allow people to, you know, benefit and encourage to grow. Yeah, that's what my 3 wishes for the world would be. Thank you.
Next up, we have Mr. Japan, Tatsuya Akiba.
Hello. All right. What service skills have you learned at Truman State University, and how can those skills be used to help people back in your country? Explain your answer.
So, as I said, I'm in the STEM field, and I'm very passionate about education. In fact, I want to become a professor eventually, and focus on not just teaching, but come up with ways to reform education in a way that is more effective and to the rest of the world. In particular, in Japan, I think that the education system there, especially in the STEM field, is a little bit more procedural rather than conceptual. So if you take math, for example, people obviously know that Japanese students generally do really well, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they have a very deep understanding, appreciation for education. That is one thing I want to change. So in terms of education, I want to learn all I can from going to college, from going to graduate school, and to give back to my country through education, because I really think that that's where everything starts. That's where we can start a positive spiral. And so, yeah. Thank you.
For our next contestant, please help me welcome Mahima Thapa, Miss Nepal.
Hey, good evening. Okay, here's our question.
Yeah.
All right, you ready? How do you think you have kept in touch with your culture and roots at Truman State University?
Okay. Thank you for the question, first of all. Yeah, so we are very rich in culture. I'd like to start off that way. And we have a lot of festivals. We love to party, we love to eat, and our party consists of food, dance, music, and it's very fun. So yes, and I have been keeping in touch with my culture by celebrating all the festivals in a Nepalese way. We do have Himalayan night, Dashain night, and I always participate in those. I always dance. And right now, I'm representing my culture, keeping in touch with my roots. And I recently performed, I just performed a Marini dance, which is the dance that was originally in the areas where I'm originally from, where my parents originally came from to migrate to Kathmandu. So like, I cook food, so each festivals, we have a significant food that we eat in each festivals, and I cook that food in that respective festival, and I eat, I call my friends, I have fun, we dance, traditional dance, we sing, I have been keeping in touch with my culture, and I will keep doing it in the future. I'll never forget my culture, because I love my culture. Go Nepalese.
Next up, we have Mr. South Korea, John Chun.
Hello, sir.
Hello. All right, John, here we go. If you could change one thing about the world, what would it be? Why?
If I could change one thing in the world, so like I'm a god? Okay, I would actually change, but rather abolish stereotypes. What I mean especially by discriminations. Because I believe that discrimination comes from stereotypes and bias and prejudices all together. So I believe that if I abolish discrimination from abolishing stereotype from the start, then there wouldn't be any internal conflicts or external conflicts. Oops, sorry about that. External conflicts such as the conflicts that we have in the Middle East or ongoing things going on globally. So yeah, I would like to abolish stereotypes because from my personal experience back in California, I was a little toddler. I was only 5 years old and I didn't even speak English, not even lit. So yeah, the first discrimination that I had was I've been called yellow monkey, like that kind of stuff, but that became one of my advantages later on to make more friends because you know how weaknesses make people get to you and help you each other. So yeah, I didn't think there were a lot of people who discriminated me, but rather helped me to overcome those things. So I believe, yeah, abolishing this discrimination and stereotypes. Thank you very much. Thank you for the question.
Thank you, John, and great job to all our contestants for their performance. You know, I would never have the confidence to come up here and ask these questions under so much pressure. That's why I would rather make a fool of myself on stage, just like this, and not do that pressure. Anyway, moving on. While we wait for our judges to get their results to us, we have the president of iClub to give her speech. So, Manasa Chintakunta.
Hey guys, how's it going? Good? Alright, so good evening ladies and gentlemen. It is a true delight to have you all here in support of Miss International 2018. My name is Manasa Chintakunta and I am the president of International Club for this current semester. The Center of International Students is hosting International Education Week as of starting today, and I'm really, really excited that Mr. and Ms. International got to be a part of it, and thank you so much. So thank you, CIS. Yes. All right. Throughout my experience with International Club, I've gotten to experience many priceless moments with international students and American students. And I believe that these are the moments that I'll be taking forward with me as I'm finishing up my undergraduate career this December. I'll be attending Missouri State University come January to pursue my master's in public health degree. Therefore, I'd like to extend my gratitude to Truman State University, to Center of International Students, and something that has been really, really close to my heart over the years, International Club. Thank you, guys. In regards to the event, I would like to invite my beloved committee on stage first. Actually, we're gonna have judges because they've been sitting here and just judging us like the candidates, you know. I feel like we should give them some time to talk, right guys, right? Yes? Hello? All right, so I guess we're gonna invite Dr. Mark Rice up first. He is our advisor. He's been there for us through thick and thin whenever we needed him. He's like, Manasa, I got you. He's been there. So please do welcome Dr. Rice. Yes. Okay, sure, yeah.
Can you put on my music?
Oh, okay, sure. Most welcome. Would you, okay.
Well, like everything else connected with the International Club, that was a lot of fun. This whole experience is a lot of fun. And whenever I work with them, there's always so much joy, so much happiness, so much learning from each other, so much growth and development. And I'm so proud of Manasa. I worked with her for a couple of years in her roles and the other people who I've worked with. It's just been a delight. For those of you who are just getting to know International Club for the first time, keep coming, get involved, and especially tell your friends. At the beginning of each fall semester, new international students will show up in my class, and I will say, do you know anybody in Kirksville? Do you know anybody in Truman? No, and they look so cute, they look so scared. And I say, no, you gotta go to International Club meetings. You got to know this group and the magical things that they do. Thank you for being a part of Kirksville, being a part of Truman State, and it's just been a joy to work with you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rice. And now I would like to welcome Miss Nicole Stelter, and I guess she would like to do the ramp walk as well. Yeah, let's bring her up. All right. I was just so mesmerized with your walk.
I can do that. I do have a bit of a cold, so I apologize, guys. I'm just so proud of iClub and everything I've seen you guys grow through in this past year and a half that I've been in this role as the international advisor. I just think it's so important. This is the first time I've been in this role that both international students get to know American students and American students get to know international students. It's so important to see what other people see throughout life. And I'm just so proud to see all the international students when they grow. I'm just so excited for December graduates, all those that are out there. Very excited for you guys. And so I'm really thankful I got to be a part of this and judge. So I'm really excited. You guys all did great. Those who performed, I don't think they're here right now. I'm in the back, but they did great. But I also want to put out there, this is the beginning of International Education Week 2018. Thanks guys, iClub for starting it off. Real quick, we also have International Tea and Coffee happening tomorrow at 5 in the sub. A Land of Gandhi showing tomorrow at 7:30 in Violet Hall 1000. And then really awesome, we're working with Sodexo, and I'm gonna butcher this, tres habaneros. Am I right with this? In the sub. We're gonna be mixing it up. Tuesday is Indian cuisine. Wednesday is gonna be European sausage house. Yeah. And then Thursday is gonna be Greek Mediterranean cuisine. Yeah, very exciting. So what else? International trivia on Tuesday at 7 at Maxwell's. Make sure you guys attend. There's a gift card if you win, right? Pretty awesome. And then Wednesday is Dance Explosion at 5:30 in Kirk Gym. And then Thursday is Stories Under the Stars at the Planetarium at 6. So make sure you guys come to some of our awesome events. I know there's lots of midterms. Good luck and exams. And then have a safe travel during Thanksgiving break, right? So thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Nicole Stelter. And I would like to give the mic over to Mr. Greg Zander. He was truly charming today. He stepped up. Oh, you don't want to do the ramp walk? Oh, yeah, go ahead. All right.
Thank you. Yeah, right. So old. So thanks to, what a fun evening. I know they're probably not in here like you said, but wasn't that amazing? Just so much talent. It's just front loaded with talent. And isn't everyone? I mean, it's so, just like the courage that they had, that, yeah, I would be scared. I am, actually. But yeah, and so for me, it's an honor to be a part of international students. I'm obviously not. I grew up a half hour away from here. And so it's really cool because for us to raise our family here, my kids have known so many international students that we've considered second daughters and second sons, and it's been amazing. So the honor is so huge. And I guess I would just say that it's neat tonight because we really believe we should celebrate, and we should also be celebrated. So that's what I thought of this evening, is you get to see people perform, and you get to hear the people cheering for them, shouting from your balcony, and I think we all need that. So just thanks for us to be here, and it's a beautiful night.
Thank you so much, Greg. You have been like family to us for International Club. Speaking of family, hi mom and dad and little brother over there. My parents are here, guys. So thanks for coming up all the way from St. Louis. All right, so speaking of family, my second home family, I would like to welcome our committee for Mr. and Miss International, who have put in so many days of work, and oh my gosh, they're just amazing to work with. So yeah, along with me, the main heads, Miss Jenny Koo, please welcome on stage. Miss Mansi Trivedi, she's also main head with me and Jenny. I'd like to also welcome the pageant heads, Melanie Kuster and Randy. Where is he? Where is Randy? Randy, man. Hello, man. He's working hard. Yeah, always working. All right, so we'll wait. Oh, Randy, come on up. That's Randy, guys. All right. We would like to welcome the deck heads, Miriam, as well as Shay. Please come on up. Thank you so much. So you see this lovely room right here. It's all their creative team. And our MCs, Dravid and Smriti, please come on up. I mean, you guys have seen them all night, but one last hurrah. Come on up. And then our tech head, Hasindu Tenakun right there. Thank you so much for all your hard work. This is the team behind the hard work, guys. Thank you so much. Right. So I would like to also just give a big shout out to my executive board. They're all like everywhere right now. But wherever they are, I love you guys so much. You guys have made it great for me. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Thanks, Aisha. I see your heart. Yes, Mallory, I see you. Adrina and Richa right there. I see ya. All right. Thank you so much. And Lasito, the guy with the money, you know, who forgets him? All right, so thank you so much. You may exit the stage. And I'll hand over the mic to the MCs because it's the final showdown.
Okay guys, we have the votes. We have the judges' sheets all scored up, so we know who the winners are. But before we get to that, I know, just one last pit stop. Before we get to that, just calm down. Before we get to that, we would like to invite all our candidates, every single one of them, back on stage to make sure that each and every one of them are valued for their participation and their effort for the event. So if we can have every single candidate come back on stage.
All right, you know what? Give them more applause, come on. All right, so it's time to find out who Mr. and Miss Popular. And for that, we would like to request Dr. Mark Rice for you to come up here to...
Again, please, thank you.
To present the dance dance.
Oh, you want to do ramble? Okay, guys. So how we're gonna do this is we're gonna first announce who Mr. Popular is, and then we're gonna go from there. Okay? So, Mr. Popular is Mr. Japan Tatsuya Kiba.
Miss Popular, you guys ready? Okay. Miss Popular is Letitia Govinder. All right, now Miss International. Ooh, exciting. Who is it gonna be? Let's see. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh yeah.
Before
Miss International, we would like to request Nicole Stelter to come up here.
And Greg. Come back on.
Come on.
Let's go.
All of you.
Let's go.
Yeah, get up.
I know we're making you do cardio a lot. Come on, guys. Got this. There we go. Okay, and they will be helping us crown our Mr. and Miss of the night. So.
Yeah. Okay, finally. So, Miss International is...
Nana?
Miss International? Okay. It's Luan.
This is it. Our last announcement. Mr. International. It's not you, Nana. Okay, drum roll. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We got this. Okay, it is Mr. Vietnam, Kyle Hyun! We would like to thank all the candidates and all the audience members and everyone here who have put in a lot of effort and a lot of time for this event to be a success, guys. Seriously, we could not have done it without you guys. So, I would like to address each of the candidates. Every single one of them have put in a lot of work. So, Miss France, Ashley Bone, Miss Nicole, Mahima Thapa, Miss India, Adriana Thomas. Miss Vietnam, Lilith Nguyen. Miss USA, Lily Claus. And Mr. South Korea, John Choi. And to our winners too, guys. Thank you so much for everyone and for everything. We honestly are so deeply appreciative. Thank you. Have a good night.